No, I think we're in. This is their lag. Well, welcome on, everybody. Good to see you.
Are we on?
If
Are we
you're here,
on?
can you hear us? If you can hear us,
let us know. If you're on and you can hear us. If you're on and you can hear us, I'm just trying to see. Hold on.
Click on that one to do the
Right.
comments. I am not the technical
Can we
girl.
see the comments? I don't know if you can see the comments here.
I'm not sure.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, we're going to check it on your phone. Well, it's
page.
good to see you guys. Come on in. Welcome to today's episode of the.
I'm Risa.
And I'm Dawn. And we're good friends.
And we want to be friends with you too. So let us know.
We want to be friends with you too.
Yeah. So let us know if you can hear us. So that's the first thing we need to know.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? So if you can hear us, type yes in the comments. So we can see.
And
I don't know if we can see.
And also, if you can type in where you're from, and maybe what time zone you're in.
Yeah, we're on Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern USA. So in Europe it's later. Over on the West Coast it's earlier. If you're in Hawaii, I have no idea what time it is in Hawaii right now.
I don't know. Are they 6-7 hours ahead, something like that? I'm trying to see if I can share this.
All I know is that's a long flight from where we are.
I can share this to my page.
If you're enjoying our series and you've been on before, then hit the share button.
Yes.
And ask your friends to join us today. We're here to share about how we are learning to help ourselves be healthier, physically, emotionally,
mentally, financially, mind, body, spirit, everything. Because it's all connected.
It's all connected. And also to be able to create a connection this day and time.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to connect with you. So if you're on, let us know where you're from, what time zone you're in. So just post that in the comments. And I'm just going to see if I can share this to my page.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. And I'm also trying to see the comments. So that's
and we're here for a very specific reason. We both desire to help others. And Risa here.
I'm a health coach.
So
I like to learn things and I like to share them with other people. So that's what we like to do, is to share what we learn with you, because if it helped us, we know it's going to help you.
Might be a hot tip for you.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I got the toothbrush. I got the bamboo toothbrush.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So okay, I'm Dawn, and I have also learned so many things, but really where I'm coming from is wanting to serve. Wanting to serve. I mean, I'm sure a bunch of you out there feel the same way. And I care about where other people are, and I'm excited to be a part of it and want to pay it forward.
Yeah, you love to help people.
Right. So now our last video, we talked about some things about what you do after joint stiffness. And so,
like inflammation, like you're doing things out. But what do we talk about? It wasn't the R's, just like, sports. Like when you're playing sports.
Yeah, playing tennis. I was playing tennis.
Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And again, if you're just joining us, tell us where you're from, what time zone are you in, and let us know if you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah,
so we just want to make sure, because we kind of were running late and we didn't get to.
We're on a new piece of technology today.
Yes, we are.
Well, so the last time we were together, we ended up with one of our favorite recommendations for joint stiffness. All right.
Joint inflammation.
So I went to the drug. You ran away.
I ran. Yes.
You ran away because we got into it.
Yeah, we got into it.
I ran to the drugstore and I got some lavender Epsom salt for the salt bath.
Because that was one of our tips.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Saturday we were out in the yard picking up all the sticks from all the storms that we have had. About 2 hours worth. So I put 2 fat cups of that stuff in hot water, and then got it. Oh, so fantastic. So
we talked all about the Epsom salt bath and how it detoxes your body, so that you feel like
and it detoxes it, because the whole I really felt differently this time, because I knew that my skin was doing the job. Like, I never really thought about that before, that the reason that you do the whole body thing is so that your skin can do the work for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what was it? Was it magnesium? You said that actually does the detoxifying for your body.
Yes. The sulfate.
Right.
Sulfate.
Magnesium.
Yeah.
Both
relaxes you.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. So now, did you take a bath?
So I didn't, because the grandson came.
Oh,
the baby came. And so there's lots to do. And so I just didn't quite have time for that. But I'm going to need one when he leaves, because I've been bending down, getting up and down.
Oh my gosh, getting up and off the floor. How old?
Yeah. He's not even a year yet.
Not even
like
a year.
10 months.
Okay, but very active, right?
Yeah, very active.
Oh my goodness.
All over the place. We're just going everywhere. So if you're just joining us, put what time zone you're in and let us know that you can hear us by putting an H. So yes, H for I can hear you. and let us know what time zone you're in and where you're tuning in from. And if you're on the replay, put #replay.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Good stuff.
So what are we talking about today, Dawn?
All right. So we've had several people talk with us and say they enjoyed listening to what we had for joint issues, but a few of them were like, I'm limited in my abilities to do some of these things. I can't get to the things that I used to be able to get to. And so it's kind of, I have issues, but I also am kind of disappointed, that I'm not able to do the things.
Because it's no fun when you can't do things because you're limited, because your hand hurts, your hip hurts, something hurts, right?
Right. Limitation of just, and even just daily activities, because I do know that happens.
Yes.
And our hearts are with you on this. And it's not like we haven't had any issues either.
We've been there.
There was a time when I was not able to ride in the car for very long. Without my hip and my knee just really letting me know they needed to get out of the car. And we tried a few different things, and I don't have that issue anymore, but I was limited in my ability to get in the car and go places. How about you?
Yeah, I've had lots of them. So I had an ACL surgery. So at one point in time, I was in one of those braces from your hip to your ankle and on crutches and trying to figure out how to maneuver in the kitchen and try to just feed yourself. And then recently I had like shoulder issues.
I remember that.
Yeah. For like 3 months I had a shoulder and actually a leg issue. Couldn't work out for 3 months. It was crazy. And then I had a shoulder tweakage thing for like over a year and a half. So I've had a lot of things. And it's really frustrating because you want to work out, you want to do things, and you can't.
Right. And the not being able to do exacerbates the problem that you have. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit of a vicious cycle. Yeah. So what do you do for the
can get a little depressed and stuff like that.
100%.
So you had do you remember when you had these issues, like we talked about it?
Well, I think that was important, and I had come to you and said, what can we do? And how do we do it? And what the what's the answer?
Well, part of it is when you have these issues, I believe that there's some type of a solution, but you have to learn. You have to learn something new, right? You have to learn because you're going to have to do something differently. So maybe you need to find, like, I don't know, documentaries. You need to find somebody that you can follow that had your issue, because if you have an issue, you're not the only one in the world. Someone else has your same issue, and somebody else has dealt with it, and somebody else has found a solution or found something that could help them, right? Mm-hmm. So the first thing is you have to learn something new.
Learning something new.
Seek that out.
Right. Or find someone who has learned a great deal about things. You know so many things.
Well, you know so many things too. Like I learn stuff from you all the time.
Well, remember that one? So here's one. Do you remember when you said, it was maybe a couple years ago, and it was the three thing. I was struggling with something.
You were struggling with, I think you wanted to eat better and kind of lose some of the sugar.
Yep.
And so one of the things that I always tell people is pause, maybe count to 3 or ask yourself a question 3 times, but you need to pause and step back. Let's say, you're trying to eat less sugar and it's really hard because you go to these functions and there's all this good stuff everywhere and everybody's eating it and you want to eat it too. I mean, I've been there many times, let me tell you. So one of the things you ask yourself is, okay, if I do this, is this going to get me to my goal, move me closer to my goal, or further away from my goal? So that's the thing I always ask myself. So you just kind of pausing and thinking about that. Maybe ask yourself that 3 times and then see what happens.
Well, and I took that to heart. I haven't always loved the advice, and I don't like to be told what to do, but now I do have a little 1, 2, 3 up in my kitchen. And part of that was stopping for just one moment and asking myself, is this getting me to where I want to go?
Exactly.
Is this really getting me to where I go? And I think it's the pause. The pause is the thing we need. You need somebody to help you with the pause.
Yes,
to figure out exactly how to make that work for you.
Yes, you do. You do.
Really pretty great.
Thanks for joining us. If you're joining us, if you're watching the replay, put in #replay and tell us where you're from. Tell us, where are you tuning in from? What time zone are you on? Yeah.
That's good. Yes. So your vision of what you wanted to look like was what really motivated you to stick with it. Because I remember I would fall off the wagon and you would say, well, I've fallen off the wagon too. And I would look at you and say, you've been doing this for 9 years. You don't fall off the wagon.
So I do. I fall off the wagon for a week. I think the longest has maybe been for 2 weeks. But here's the thing. I have the tools and I know what to do to get back on the wagon, right? Hey, good morning, Dawn. Thanks for joining us. I'm just seeing her.
Okay.
So the thing is, you want to have the tools to get back on the wagon. It's okay to fall off because we're just not perfect, right?
Right.
And so we all have issues and we do that. But you got to get back on because you have the tools, right? And you just need to pick yourself back up. So that's where the accountability helps. Having somebody that you can talk to and change your perspective, right?
Right. So if a good friend, let's say you have a limitation with something that's happening right now, you're not able to do something you want to do. If you had a good friend come to you and tell you that they had that issue, what would you do? And this is kind of how you approached it with me.
Exactly. So a lot of times when you have an issue, right? You're so deep in that issue and you just can't see any way out and you get depressed. But if a friend came to you with that same issue, I guarantee you'd probably have some kind of suggestion for them. You would want to help them figure it out. You'd figure it out with them, right? You get down in there with them and figure it out.
Right.
So that's what we need to do. We need to reach out to somebody and ask for help. Right?
Exactly.
Get some, because people love to help you. They want to help you. They want to see you feel better. They want to, tell you what they've tried.
And we're here saying we would like to be friends and we would like to be able to help if at all possible.
We're going to start, we're thinking about starting, you got to tell us what you think. We're thinking about starting a Facebook group because we've just learned about all these new things. And like we said, we want to share them with you and we know that you know things and you could share those with us too. Because that'd be pretty cool, right? We'd be sharing. And we just want to connect. I mean, people want some connection. This last year has been crazy.
And how? How do you connect? And how do you find people to connect with? And so we're looking to, I'm Dawn.
I'm Risa.
And we're good friends.
We're good friends.
And we would like for you to be a friend as well.
Yes. So, and we want to connect with you. So, so let us know. Post a yes, like a Y, if you want us, like if you would join our Facebook group. Would you find some friends? Do you have friends that would join our Facebook? It's pretty cold down here too.
Yes, it is.
Spring has not sprung yet, even though the trees are blooming.
Yeah. I had something that wasn't going. I had to learn something new. I had to try something new. And when you suggested things for me, I didn't like it, even though I had asked for help. I didn't really want to do what she had offered me to do.
Sometimes we don't like change.
Even the drinking water, even the counting to 3, I didn't really want to. And I believe that there was some anxiety in me, and there was some, I don't think it terrible, but yes, depression that I couldn't do the thing that I wanted to get done. And in that, believing that I had a problem that was worthy of fixing, I think, was part of you coming in and saying, what do you want your future to look like?
Yes, having a vision, a bigger vision for yourself.
So what is the thing that kind of, I think this kicked this off for you a long time ago.
Right. So, well, it took me a while to get it.
Okay.
But basically, like, we're just going to take weight loss because that's an easy one to explain. But like, if you want to lose weight and you say, okay, I want to lose weight because I want to look good for this wedding, right? That's this little short-term goal, and you might lose weight and you'll look great for the wedding, you'll fit into the dress. But if you don't have a bigger vision for what you want, and I think a lot of us don't think about that, and so I didn't really until I started working out and I had a fitness guru, and that's basically where I learned about it. You need to have a bigger vision for yourself. Like if you want to be 90 years old and you want to be zooming around, you want to be living on your own, taking care of yourself, right? Then what's going to get you to that goal? So that's kind of what gets you to stick with things, right? Having a little bit bigger vision for yourself. And I think most people don't necessarily think about that. So when I was talking to Dawn, I was telling her what my vision for myself was. Like, I don't want to end up in the nursing home, right? I want to be taking care of myself. That's a big vision. And so that's what gets me to do certain things, even when I don't want to. And that really sort of shifted your focus. You were like, well, I don't know. I haven't thought about that because I had never thought about that either.
Not in any detail at all. And so I think that's what do you want it to look like to help you in the future to motivate. We don't think that way anymore. Our time frames have just gotten so small, and our need for instant gratification has increased. And so we
Yes.
don't think about, well, what do I want to feel like in 20 years? What do I want to feel like at a certain point in time?
Right. A certain age.
Right. And then really keeping that vision, that top of mind. I was actually
Yes.
reading in one of my books this morning, it talked about that. And it said, if you don't have a vision, then the lack of plans,
Right.
will
I think
cause you to fail. It won't, you
well,
got to be able to see where you want to
well,
go.
right. Well, Brian Tracy says, if you don't know where you're going, then any road will do.
Any road will do.
So you really kind of want to know where you're going. And that's something that I didn't really ever think about until I think I was like 50 or
Right.
something.
Incredible.
Trying to think about that.
This is such
yeah.
a good thing. And
Yeah.
so in currently, like, I feel like in order to get to where I want to go, I know that I've got to put the right things in my body. So like I'm really still
Mhm.
struggling, like right now, with the whole vitamin thing. Like,
The vitamin
which
thing, yeah.
ones? Like, it's off the charts. I mean, you got to take zinc, you got to take vitamin C, you got to take the fish oil, you got to take this, you got to take that, you got to do this for your joints. Would you look at me and
Yeah,
see?
I
I mean,
can-
figure out what. Can you look
Yeah,
at the things
yeah,
I'm
we
taking?
can talk about that and try to figure it out because you need to make that a habit too, right? You're kind of struggling.
It's
doing
not a
that.
habit.
Yeah, it's not a habit. It takes time to make habits.
No,
So
let
we
me
can look
go-
at that.
okay,
Okay,
I'm
wait. Well, are you leaving me? Like,
Oh.
like we're still on. We
I'm
gotta
sorry.
finish.
I am easily
Okay.
distracted.
Easily distracted. So we're going to come back and talk to you again on Thursday. And we might talk about that.
Let's talk about the habit thing.
Maybe habits. Like, how do you form
And the
habits?
vitamins. Let's share
habits,
with,
just-
because I
yeah.
want you to go through my vitamins with
Yeah,
me,
okay, I'm
and
gonna
then
do
we
that.
can talk
Okay,
about
yeah,
what we found
we're
out.
Gonna do that. We're going to do that. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So
Well, I'm Reese. I'm Dawn.
I'm Risa, and we're good friends. And thank you for joining us. And we're going to be back here on Thursday at 11.
Mhm.
And so from today, we just basically talked about, how can you improve your life and find things to help you? Remember, you got to learn something new. You need to find somebody to talk to, And lastly, have a vision for your life. And if you don't, that's okay because we didn't, but have a vision for your life. So if you're watching the replay, put #replay. Please share this with your friends. If you have friends that want to connect, they want to learn new things, they want to share, and let us know if you would join our Facebook group if we start one.
Have a great
Thanks.
day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.